Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekah Kadash. I'm back with you with another straight to the point moment, dealing with the doctrine and tenets of life, which is this new covenant and the gospel that must be preached forth throughout the four corners of the earth before restitution, aka the time of salvation, shall come. And we're in that particular time now where we're in the time of salvation to the hearers and believers, and to those who don't believe and do not hear but choose to not bear in the preaching forth of the gospel. They're not bearing in it. They shall receive their condemnation. All right. And so for us, this is a battle. Those who believe in the new covenant, the ministers that who have been manifest before everyone, this is a battle for us. So we are literally soldiers in this thing. We are the soldiers, or what Yahushua calls it, my servants. If this were my kingdom, if this kingdom be in this world, if this were my kingdom, my servants would stand up and fight for me. And he was speaking about that particular time when he had to go take care of the things that pertain to our salvation, establishing of our salvation, in which we have now, which is a new covenant. But now that his servants have risen, we have been war hardened. We are being war hardened, prepared for battle to preach forth this gospel, man. And so I'm going to start here in the book of Psalms, chapter 144, and I'll start at verse 1. The book of Psalms, chapter 144, verse 1. Blessed be the Most High, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. So as we prepare to fight, and the Most High is teaching us, this is actually a carrying over scripture, or a precept, as some brothers call it, or I call it correlation as to what he means by we have no need that any man teach us anything, for the Spirit teaches us all. And that all be those who are within the covenant. So we are the servants being war hardened for battle and being taught of God specifically how to battle against these demons and against those who come against this gospel, man. Let me read that again. Blessed be the Most High, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. All right. And this is not necessarily a corner battle. You know, in old times past, when you see in the book of Acts and other parts of the scriptures in the New Covenant or New Testament, you see where the men literally physically battle and they spiritually battle. But until this present time now, we're still in a battle, but it's more of a spiritual battle. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. And how do we pull down strongholds? By the preaching of the gospel, the prophecy, which is the testimony of Yahushua. So by us preaching this gospel, we have been reared up to destroy the faculties and the fantasies been built off a doctrine that was unprofitable to our people. That was unprofitable to our people in every sense of the word. Well, I mean, scripturally, even spiritually. Well, they've literally built up camps of men, women, and children that they have under bondage according to their doctrine. Whether it be a doctrine that they can be a club camp, you know, they go out to the club, you know, they don't have to do no, you know, all the subtle things that they go out in the street and teach, they don't do. Then you have those who come out of a doctrine or a bondage where they have to be up under a certain particular man, because the tenets of this man they perceive to be a King David or Ariah, the John the Baptist, you know, all that bullshit. And then you have those who have crept in unawares, who profess through their spiritual teachings, where they want to give out spiritual life lessons or whatever they call it. They're through their teachings that they are those who are teaching the covenant, but they still bear witness and have the remnants from a spiritual standpoint of a one West camp doctrine. You got those who teach about damn robot dogs and what I call the GMS prophecies of their doctrine. You know, you got those who teach about, you know, having, you know, tons of women, multiple wives, you know, stuff that has nothing to do with our salvation in Hamashiach. Even John said it, I must decrease and he must increase. And we must do the same. We must decrease. Our teachings, what we feel must decrease and he must increase, meaning we must profess what he has told us to profess, which is his testimony. This is the battle, man. The battle is all around us. This is Jacob's trouble. Niggas not understanding spiritually that we're in a literal spiritual battle, man, amongst ourselves spiritually and amongst those who deny the gospel, man. This is heavy, man. This is heavy. Let me read 2 Corinthians again. 2 Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of power, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. And this is the battle. Let us meditate, man. See, our spirit has to be in sync. We all have to move in one spirit, but this testimony of Hamashiach must be preached forth. This is our battle. Heavy. Heavy. This is heavy, man. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, starting at verse 30. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them, except what their rock had sold them? And we're going to get the understanding or deeper similitude of what this rock may be. And the Most High have shut them up, for their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges. And our rock is the rock of offense, which is Yahweh Shai. So when he sent us out in twos, as the scriptures say, let me grab that. As you see now, brothers who have been separated from amongst these camps have been divided down into like literally remnants. You got two brothers here in this city, one brother here in this city. You know, as the scriptures say, I shall save one of a household and two of a city, man. This is heavy, man. The book of Mark, chapter 6, verse 7. And he called unto him the 12 and began to send them forth by two and two, and gave them power over unclean spirits. And by us preaching forth the gospel of the testimony of Hamashiach, this is the power we have over unclean spirits within these camps, within our brothers' minds and their hearts, snatching down and casting down the imaginations of fallacies, man. That's what we're doing right now spiritually. For our weapons of warfare are not carnal. 2 Corinthians 10:4. This is what he was getting into, man. We happen to battle men face for face on these scriptures, spiritually. That's what's happening. And in some cases, brothers get cornered when you start to tear down doctrine. They don't want to lose their money. They don't want to lose their camp ties, man. Niggas that built businesses literally off the Lord, like literally built up businesses off brothers' flocks, man. Thousands, some camps, millions of dollars, and hide it as though we don't know and see it, man. We can see this shit. And people been burdened, man, by you niggas over the Lord flock, burdened. And then some even casting away the truth altogether because they have seen the wickedness of you and put it forth on every man, including those who have been risen up as a light amongst the Gentile, man. And when I mean Gentile, I'm talking about those who are in a Gentile state of mind, still following after the commandments of men, man. This is heavy. The book of Mark 6 and 7 again. This is the putting to flight, sending out two and putting 10,000 to flight, man, as David did, man. Now you see it spiritually. Because it's literally remnants of brothers within each city with this gospel, with the testimony within them, battling whole entire camps and even damn states with many camps, because niggas don't want to let go the stronghold they have over the people, man. Instead of just giving them back over to the Lord so they can receive the gospel and testimony, You rather hold them to the tenets of your damn doctrine so you can keep the money flowing into your stinking ass camps, man. And I've been seeing it all week on Facebook, man, attacking brothers. You know, brothers exposing you because of all the wickedness you have done. Then you will get on there and attack a brother because he exposing y'all for the wickedness. And instead of addressing brother like, hey, man, we messed up, you niggas attack them. God, you're devil. You're the literal devils, man. You're the children of perdition, sons of perdition. Let the mystery of that sink in. Book of Mark, chapter 6, verse 7. And he called unto him the 12 and began to send them forth by two, and gave them power over unclean spirits. That power, man, and commanded them that they should take nothing for their journey save a staff only. No scrip, no bread, no money in their purse, but be shod with the sandals, and put not on 2 coats. And he said unto them, in what place soever ye enter into a house, there abide till ye depart from the place. And right now, as brothers in each city go out and teach forth this testimony, man, wherever the testimony must go, abide there for that time being, and then keep moving, man. As he said, he sent them out in 2s. And in some cities, in this case, right, you see them in 1s, man, but they have the witness within themselves. There you go with 2. Wherever 2 or 3 more gather in my name, I'm in the midst of thee, man. Heavy, man. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 again, man. Going back. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 31. How should one chase 1,000 and put 2 put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them? That rock is Yahweh Shai, man. And the Lord shut them up. And it was done for our what? For our consolation, that we may have for everything fulfilled through us, through what? Obedience, which is faith. And this is the law of the Spirit, man. Heavy, man. Heavy. Heavy, man. Psalms chapter 95, verse 1. Oh, come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation, man. Whew, heavy. This is the rock of our salvation. Let us meditate, man. Let us meditate. And this is a quick sharing of wisdom as a pre-camp meditation, man. This is heavy, man. Oh, come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Psalms 95, verse 1. Heavy. Heavy, man. Heavy. And teaching us the war as our forefather David, man. Even David killed Goliath with what? A stone. Similar to that stone taking down what? A beast in Goliath, man. So now we have that same similitude time. Now we taking down a beast in the spiritual sense against those who come against this new covenant doctrine, man. This is heavy, man. Heavy. Heavy, man. Heavy. Back to the scriptures, man. The book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 31. For who is Yahweh save the Lord, or power save the Lord, or who is a rock save our God? Ooh, this is heavy, because the context is what? Who is a rock save our God, man? You got many similitudes, but I will go into this similitude here. Who else was called God outside the Most High Father? Yahweh Shai, man. He should be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God. Save our God, which is the rock of our salvation. Heavy, man. Heavy, man. Heavy. Heavy. Heavy, man. Heavy. This is heavy. Heavy, man. And you know what? I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm going to end it here before I start camp, man. I'm going to end it here, man. This is heavy, man. Heavy. We got to meditate on that. That's heavy, man. That's heavy. Heavy, man. Heavy. So being this strong and valiant within who? Hamashiach. This is how we must go forth and teach and prepare ourselves for battle through the Spirit to war against what? Our enemies, man. Our enemies, man. Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So as good soldiers, spiritually, we put on the spiritual armor of the Most High, man, and profess this gospel. So the gospel is not, again, robot dogs, flying saucer spaceships, laser beam cannons coming out of your eyes. Nor is it the multiple wives doctrine of GMS. It's none of that bullshit, man. It's not talking about bricks and hurricanes at a level 5 out in the ocean. It ain't talking about none of that shit. The gospel and prophecy that we must teach for right now, and not no camp curriculum, is Yahweh Shai, man. That's literally what we are to go to battle with, man. This is what we're supposed to go to battle with, man. Heavy, man. Heavy. And again, Psalms 95:1. Oh, let us sing unto the Most High. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. And the rock be of our salvation is who? Yahweh Shai, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. And this was the purging by the blood, man. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience by what? How do we revenge all disobedience? When your obedience is fulfilled. And that's the understanding of faith to faith, man. And with that, I want to give all praise to Kahallah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah HaKadash. And I'll be back with you with more Straight to the Mormons on this wisdom gauntlet, man. This wisdom gauntlet. With that, Shalom Akim. Shalom.